So Trolley Square, historic site for many reasons. It was the first state fair park. It was the sign of the Utah Exposition Building. And it was the site of one of the biggest and best trolley systems in the entire country in the early 1900s. Plus, it's been a huge mall here for 50 years. I bought my first cell phone here. I saw Ferris Bueller's Day Off here. Oh, I saw Red Dawn here in the 80s. Other side of the building, right over there. So the trolleys came to Utah in 1908. That's when the ground broke for this innovative new trolley system that was going to be here in Salt Lake City. It grew so fast that by 1914, there were 144 trolleys in the fleet, crossing almost 150 miles of combined track. By 1920 or so, the city began using gas-powered buses. That started phasing out the trolley system. But the trolley stayed in service until 1945. Once the war ended, the trolleys didn't really need to be used anymore. After that, the trolleys were gone. They fixed the city buses in here for a little while, but eventually the building was abandoned and left as kind of just a vacant lot, just a vacant building in the city. So while we were here, we met up with Michael.
Hi, I'm Michael DeGroot.
Michael was our tour guide. He's obviously very passionate about Trolley Square.
Are they old-fashioned or are they old?
Well, they're old and they were fashioned in old times, so I guess they'd be old-fashioned. Oh, look, there's a bell.
So if you were, what would your job be if you were using this time clock?
Well, you'd be a worker. I'm going to give you the employee number of 54.
Okay.
Oh, there I am. I'm right there.
Oh, time to work.
He is definitely in the right place at the right time. Like, he loves this building. Right when you walk in, this over here was the biggest ice cream store in the state of Utah. It was 2 floors. Most of that's been remodeled. The white door frame, that's the only thing that remains of that ice cream parlor that was here in the 1970s. So when you walk around the mall, you'll notice that they have kind of an old school, like cobblestone street kind of vibe going on. The bricks here are all taken from other buildings around Salt Lake City. So there's history within history when you're walking through the mall. It's Abraham Lincoln. Why? I don't know. Abraham Lincoln never came to Trolley Square, but there's a statue of him, so there you go. John Cottam, the guy who runs the Spectacle. You've been here for 31 years?
36 years.
36 years. Check this out. We were just kind of walking through. He was talking about some of these glasses that he handmade for Elton John. He's got them like right here. Check it out.
All right, so can I try on a pair of Elton John's glasses?
Okay.
Dude, they're prescription.
His prescription.
No way. That's so cool. You knew about JMR, the Chalk Garden, right? Like, iconic store. You bought your gerbos there. So that's the sign from the original Trolley Square location that opened up in the 1970s. 1972, that turned into JMR, where my first Doc Martens came from the Chalk Garden.
Like, you hear me say this a lot, but I did not expect to see this when we walked in today. Like, that was, I did not expect the time machine.
Time check is on. I'm gonna go back to 1996. Oh, it lights up? No way. So when you're driving up 6 South, you go under a bridge that has like a neon trolley in it. That is an old mine bridge from Tooele County that they used in some of the mines out there back in the day. When this was the trolley barn, and even when it was the bus barn, this was not the color of the building, this iconic red Trolley Square building color that we all know and love. It was actually like this humdrum yellow color. It was really kind of weird. And occasionally when you look outside, you'll find some of it kind of lurking in corners. You can still see some of the yellow paint right up there on the side. So they sandblasted the whole building, right? And it took out part of the bricks, so the walls on the outside are really wavy. 1970s roll around, guy named Wally Wright decides to buy the location, turn it into a shopping mall. People said he was nuts, but he ran with it, and it worked. When the mall opened, there were 7 of the original 144 trolleys scattered throughout the mall.
Of those 7, this is the only one that hasn't been moved inside the old spaghetti factory, which you can sit in and have some pescetti.
So we did an episode on the Walker Tower, how it would flash red and blue for weather. That wasn't the only weather beacon in town. They actually ran it as a weather predictor. So again, if it was blue, skies are too. And then it was flashing blue for cloudy day, red was rain, and then blinky red was snow day. Yesterday, when we originally tried to shoot up there, it would have definitely been a blinky red.
It's actually quite windy and terrifying up here.
So anytime you're in downtown, swing on up to 7th East and 5th South, or 6th South, you know, it takes up like most of the block. That's Trolley Square. As always, comment below on what you want to see on cool stuff in Utah, like it, subscribe to it, and I will see you next time. Whoa!